Hi, you guys. Good morning. So, today I want to talk about ways to pay off your credit cards. So, are you a person that's in excessive credit card debt? Now, if you have one credit card and it has like $100 on it, I wouldn't consider you an excessive credit card debtor. However, if you find yourself with multiple credit cards, multiple hundreds of dollars, maybe even thousands of dollars on your credit cards, yet you can't figure out how to pay them off. I have a couple quick tips that might help at least get you started in the process. Now, you have to understand if you're going to be paying off a large amount of debt, that's going to be a long term process. And if you want a result overnight, you're going to constantly be disappointed. And then you may just act out in your disappointment and just say, F it, I'm just going to keep using my credit cards. What does it matter? It's going to take me forever anyway. So you want to avoid that mental trap because it's not going to get you anywhere and it's just going to keep you remaining stuck. So, number one, write out your debt from smallest to largest. Let's say you have 3 different credit cards. You want to write down which credit card has the lowest balance on it. So, if you have $500, $1,000, and $2,500, you would write down the $500 one first. And then you would make minimum payments on all three. However, on the first one, anything extra that you have in your monthly budget, and in order to do this, you do have to do a monthly budget. You have to know how much you're getting paid every month and how much you are spending every month. So first you have to do that monthly budget. And then once you realize, okay, I have an extra $200 a month, then you're not going to go and blow that $200 at a restaurant or at a retail store. So you're going to put that $200 a month on your first credit card debt. So the $500 one, you'll put the minimum plus the $200. Now that will help you to pay that off faster. Once you get that 500 one paid, let's say it takes you 3 months. Now you have that minimum payment, that $200, and you're going to add all of that onto the second one. So you'll have the minimum payment on the second one that you're paying, plus the minimum payment you were paying on the first one, plus the extra $200. And that will help you pay that debt off faster. And then once you finish that, you're going to use all that same money and put it on the third one. So you can see how over time your momentum really builds up, and that will help you pay all three of those off. Now, I do have some additional quick tips. You're gonna need to stop using your credit cards. That's gonna be the hardest part. That's like a behavioral change. So if you are using the credit card excessively, you're gonna have to reevaluate your lifestyle. You're gonna have to step away from the credit card. If you need to cut it up and you're sure that you're never gonna use them again, then cut them up. I used to put mine in the freezer, and people would come over and they would go, if they were to open my freezer, they would totally laugh at me and be like, what the heck is this? And like pull out my credit card. And yeah, that's how I basically got my credit card paid off. I just kept it in the freezer. I didn't put it in water to freeze it. I just placed it in there for like 5 years. And so in addition to that, another tip that you can do, call your credit card company and try to negotiate your interest rates. If you get lower interest rates, then that's going to actually help you to pay off your credit card because you're not going to be paying as much every month in interest. And then also another tip that you can do, if you have, let's say you have one credit card and you are paying like 20% interest, and that's what's keeping you from being able to pay it off. Think about opening a credit card that has a delay on the interest payment. So there's some credit cards that won't charge you interest for either 12 months or 15 months, and they'll do a free balance transfer. So you could take the balance from the credit card with the 20% interest rate and transfer it to the new card that has 0% interest rate. And so during that year or 15 months, you're going to save a lot of money in interest, and that'll really help you to get that paid down. Be careful because it is also a trap. So if you can't pay the credit card off in the amount of time that you have for the 0% interest, that's going to be a problem because now you may have got into a card that once the interest starts, it's like 26%. So you definitely don't want to use that card in the future. You don't want to rely on that. You have to make sure you have a solid plan so that way you are actually able to get it paid off in the amount of time that you're supposed to, and then go ahead and close that credit card out. You don't want to have, I've heard some people say, oh, you need like 10 credit cards open to get your credit score up. I think that's, full of BS, because I had at one point like 5 credit cards, and when I closed 3 of them, my credit score went up. So I think that's a load of poo. So don't worry about having to have 10 credit cards just to have your credit score go up. You just need to have one credit card in order to help your credit score, and you have to have it paid off, and you have to pay it consistently. Now, just some statistics for you. I think it's something like 40% of all credit card users have a balance month to month to month. So 40% of the population is not paying off their credit cards. That could actually be higher. I have to double check, but I did write a blog post with all of the statistics and detailed information on that at my website, budgetgirlkylie.com. Anyhow, so I hope that these tips are helpful to at least help you get started in thinking about paying off your credit cards. You definitely don't want to keep that debt open. It's just a drain on your mental energy, it's a drain on your finances. Once you have those debts paid off, you can start actually investing that money, and that's a whole other video. So thanks, have a great day.